So, y'all know me. I'm a real fucking. I will live in the pod. I will eat the bugs. Soy pilled. Fucking whatever. Sports hater. Right. Sports ball. One of those guys who says sports ball a lot. That's who I am. That's unironically. I'm like, oh, are the big guys winning the sports ball today? I say smugly as I get my face fucking pounded into the curb outside any of the wonderful establishments showing any of the sports ball games.
Either
here in Texas.
Yeah, either your face is getting pounded or your ass is getting pounded. Either way.
I mean, it's a weird pickup line, but sometimes, hey, are the big boys winning the sports ball today? Sometimes it works.
And they have, and then they say not yet, and then they grab your ass.
Not yet, and then the fucking like slap bass starts playing like it's a porno parody from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Are the big boys getting pounded? Because this one isn't yet. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Right, flagging red for being curb stomped.
Yeah, flagging red is either curb stomped or fisting. It's one of the two. I don't remember.
Well,
And you don't want to see what you don't want to know what happens when you flag with the fucking Dallas Cowboys hanging. Anyway, what does that mean? Anyway, I have some very terrible news, and that is that there's a rumor that the Buffalo Bills might be coming to my very own Austin. And like I said, I'm not normally a sports attention guy, but I've been listening to this podcast, Pod Yourself a Gun. It's very good. It's about The Sopranos and how it's art.
Sure.
And one of the hosts has turned me on to this Buffalo Bills conspiracy theory that essentially they are a cursed team and woe betide anyone who interacts with them in any way, and also the entire society in which they exist, because every time something bad happens, you can link it back to the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Please elaborate.
Yeah. So, fucking the Buffalo Curse is an explanation for Buffalo's inability to win a Super Bowl, Stanley Cup, or during the residency of the Buffalo Braves, an NBA championship. Those who believe in the Buffalo Curse cite as examples the 4 consecutive Super Bowl losses by the Buffalo Bills from 1990 to 1993, and their failure to even reach the playoffs since 1999, as well as the failure of the Buffalo Sabres to ever win the Stanley Cup. So this is fucking getting into hockey, which I don't even consider a sport because there's no ball, so I can't be smug about sports ball.
Mm-hmm.
So doesn't matter. Where else the Buffalo Bills have fallen short, however, are you can directly link them back to the Kardashians, essentially. So back in the fucking 70s, they fucking like barely miss a fucking winning a game because just literally like a bad pass for the final touchdown, right? Following that, they get the first pick in the draft. They get OJ. OJ meets his wife in Buffalo, kills his wife, hires Robert Kardashian as the defense in that in the fucking OJ trial, right? Leading to the minor fame, which allows a sex tape to get big, leading to the Kardashians we have today, right? You're following the fucking the pins in my Pepe Sylvia board here. I hope.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Where else they fucking fall short, and I have a very, very fucking cogent source on this. John Bon Jovi says, the world would be a better place if Trump owned the Buffalo Bills. So, basically, back in 2014, both of them were, like, doing rich guy pissing contest shit, where they were trying to buy the team. And, yeah, maybe if he had... fucking bought the team, he'd be able to invest it to become president of the United States.
And you know what?
I mean,
in 2016.
I think I'd heard something like that before, though, like because he also invested in like the AFL and kind of tanked it because it just wasn't working out.
Yeah, because it
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, but he like basically that's his MO. If things aren't going well for him, he sabotages it
so that it fails, so that so that they have to pay out like to him a certain amount of dollars because
I mean
he has that.
The dude is the ultimate like neoliberal fucking subject in terms of like, hey, let me just like take hold of this. If it sucks, I run it into the ground and then claim like it was someone else's fault.
Yeah,
like that's how they've been doing it since Reagan and Thatcher. So like, props to the guy for having like the like gland in his brain that allows him to just do it naturally.
Well,
yeah,
because I guarantee you he's too dumb to have figured that out from like reading a book or something.
Yeah, no, he's running on autopilot at this point.
Oh no.
Trump's been watching fucking like quote unquote theory YouTubers and just really thriving. Anyway,
Theory YouTubers.
So, are they actually coming to Austin, or is that part of a conspiracy theory?
so it's more a like sports buzz rumor.
This is
Basically,
this is the Albuquerque Isotopes
yeah.
from The Simpsons.
yeah, a little bit. Fucking and now this page I had up is refreshing.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully, I mean, I guess
my tenuous source of sports ball knowledge is severed.
I've definitely we've walked through that theory on this show before. I just like that it's coming to Texas finally. Not only the land of that was my responsibility. Well, it's not my fault it got run into the ground. But also, also that means that now we'll have Dallas Cowboys, the Austin Bills, which since all of Silicon Valley is moving to Austin, Bills is the only thing that's going to exist there.
Heyo.
That was bad. It doesn't matter. It's still
good.
better than the Houston Texans. It's better than the
Houston
the
Texans suck.
city
Yeah.
name, state
Here's
name
I like
sports
that.
ball team.
No, yeah. So what they're gonna do in Austin is they're gonna go ahead and get the license from Orion Pictures, and they're just gonna be the Austin Buffalo Bills, and they're just gonna change the mascot to Buffalo Bill.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah,
Is
it's
Buffalo,
just like
is Buffalo Bill from Texas? I thought Buffalo Bill was like Oklahoma.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
What they're
Bu-
gonna do
Buffalo
is
There have
Bill is
been
wherever
many
they
Buffalo
pay.
He was
Bills.
born
Yeah.
born in Iowa. He lived in Ontario, Canada, and settled in Kansas. None of this
It
okay. But I'm okay.
None
doesn't
of this
matter.
has
We're
anything
going
to
to
do with
have
Texas.
we're gonna have the very bad representation of transgender people be a mascot for a football team in Texas. It's great.
I just really love the idea of someone getting out at the fucking 50-yard line at halftime and just doing the whole "Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me."
Yeah, just tucking their dick in.
Yeah.
Someone pulls out like a lamp or something, and it's like clearly made out of like skin.
Yeah.
It's great. No, it's perfect.
Just regular Texas shit.
Yeah. Oh man, we gotta. That's a deep dive. The poor representation of trans people.
Maggie Mayfish will do a fucking video on it eventually.
One of these
I guarantee
days,
you.
if not,
One of these days.
if it hasn't been done already.
I'm not sure I'm.
Maggie, if you're listening, come on the show. First of all, second of all, make that video.
Oh.
I, a random guy on the internet, have dictated as such.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah, we're as per usual. We're the idea podcast.
We're the idea podcast. Everyone takes our ideas.
Yeah.
But we're okay with it.
Yeah, well, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good because otherwise we wouldn't do anything with them. That's why we put them out here. Because otherwise we'd be sitting on a couch in a garage somewhere, a hypothetical garage somewhere, just having the ideas but not sharing them.
Yeah, this has
Uh-huh.
always.
What is this? Some kind of psychic dolphin
This
garage?
has always been a startup podcast from day one.
Yeah. With just zero angel investing money. though.
We're looking for venture capital, please. Dear God.
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode from the Psychic Dolphin Garage. I'm Zach, he, they.
I'm Bo, he, him.
I'm Dennis, they, he.
And I'm Charlie, she, her.
And that is everybody in the Psychic Dolphin Garage this week. These are your hosts. This is your podcast. We are the people's.
It's yours.
We are the
Fucking
people's
take it.
podcast. And by the people's, we mean someone. Dear God, pick up this project and do something useful with it, because Lord knows that we're doing.
iHeartRadio, get your fucking Hobby Lobby asses over here.
I mean,
give us your weird fucking Christian money.
we are on Hobby Lobby, we are on iHeartRadio, by the way.
Oh, fucking there we go.
Although
What does that mean? They
If
just
we
insert
get-
ads
could-
for us now?
I
Whether
don't
we
know
like it or
actually,
not?
but I don't know. I hope so.
No,
We might have
no.
to talk to Kelton. Like, what if we're getting like ad revenue and we just didn't know about it? Like we just had no clue. We're like, oh,
It's
All
all
running like a Knives Out situation, but for a fucking podcast.
See, the thing is, someone has to listen to us on iHeartRadio for us to get.
And
there's the rub.
and they
I do believe iHeartRadio. I haven't checked the anchor. I'll do that another time. We have a podcast to record.
There's just
I don't know about
a
that.
stack of revenue checks piling up at 123 Fake Street, addressed to an IP freely. We'll never
in
see
Buffalo,
the money.
New York.
Oh no! It's always Buffalo. When does it always come back to Buffalo?
It's the Buffalo curse. I'm telling you. Anyway,
Jesus. Well, we have bad news this week. We are recording another podcast, so get ready to sit down and chug through another episode about about Texas, our favorite state. Not Buffalo, New York. Fortunately,
No,
Is there a Buffalo, Texas?
there's
probably.
probably. It's a big
I
state.
mean, we have a Waxahachie, we have a fucking,
You have a London.
we have a London, we have a
You have a
Paris.
Paris.
Surely
Yes,
we
you
have a Buffalo,
you have a
Texas.
You have a Buffalo, Texas. The crossroads of I-95 and Highway 79 between Dallas and Houston.
Everything
That narrows it
everything is
down.
between Dallas and Houston, Charlie.
Well, that's what it says.
I if you look at the
Buffalo,
state a
Texas.
certain way, if you do some math, then
1856.
there's a
Also, when it was founded. Also, when they stopped building new buildings. again.
hey.
So everything is haunted.
Okay, to be fair,
Oh, super fucking haunted.
to be fair,
yeah.
there are like 3 hotels in Buffalo, Texas.
Haunted.
All haunted.
I
yeah.
guess. Look at that. There's a Hampton Inn, there's a Super 8, there's a Red Roof, and a Quality Inn, all right there. You
Oh,
can
wow, I
walk
feel
out
like a
of
fucking
you can walk
princess.
out of your
Yep.
Red Roof Inn hotel and right over to the Dairy Queen.
Well, what a luxurious destination.
Yeah, but do you all have the haunted clown motel in Texas? Because we have a haunted clown motel over here.
we're
in
gonna
California.
alienate
don't
all
like
our
that.
fucking
Yeah.
Buffalo, Texas listeners,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure. How I
You know
feel
what?
about
Fuck
that.
Buffalo,
Anyway.
Texas. That's the only city in Texas that I don't consider Texas. Anytime I go to Buffalo, it's like I'm in one of those federal parks where there's like no laws.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
No, there are laws there. I hope you know.
is that
I'm
how
pretty
that
sure
works?
that if they haven't hunted me down after that spree of truck stop,
Like you can kill a man, but you can't smoke
Yeah.
weed. That's how federal
that's
laws
how
work
it
there.
works.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Well, but see, you have to kill him via a duel.
Oh
It
yeah.
has to,
Okay.
because dueling is still legal. It's 20 pace, like back to back, 20 paces, turn around, and then shoot.
Yeah, that
Yeah, they haven't updated like the local federal ordinances since the fucking 1780s.
Yeah.
Sure.
that might be where I went wrong. But
Anyway.
I haven't released any incriminating evidence yet, so you'll never know. But I guess since we're gonna do our Taste of Texas section here, you're gonna get a taste of Texas this week. Since you don't get any state-specific news thrown at you all the time for whatever state you live in, get ready to hear about our shitty fucking representative Henry Cuellar, who is joining
I always just see Cruller.
Cruellar.
He's like a tasty snack.
Cruella. Yeah, Cruella. Henry Cruella DeVille. Also Demon Twink Energy, is joining Senator Lindsey Graham in demanding that Biden appoint a border czar. Is anybody here old enough to remember when
There was a czar?
Obama appointed czars and the Republicans shit themselves, peed their little diapies, and then went crying to mommy about it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
I
by
mean, I
mommy,
don't
of course, I mean
remember-
they're mommy doms. I respect all kings.
I don't remember that specifically, but like that just sounds like something that happens. So I feel like I do.
Right? Yeah.
I just like that we continue to use the term czar for this sort of thing too.
It's like it's
It's a little mask off.
Yeah. It is.
I mean, it started off with a drug czar, right?
Who also, I should note, like, if it weren't like a government, figure, and like the implication is they're opposed to drugs, that sounds like a cool fucking guy.
No, yeah,
the
drug czar sounds like the 25-year-old who's at the college parties who's still a junior for some reason, who's like
Well,
handing
you can
out
just-
Molly.
You can just say my name, Dennis. I'm sure.
Right. It has a
Yeah,
very...
no, that sounds like a cool kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean he sounds hot and sexy.
And normal.
And normal.
Like normal above all else.
Yeah, and normal, and probably smart and also handsome.
Emphatically
I was definitely
normal.
picturing...
Has just a fattest ass.
Definitely picturing Vermin Supreme this whole time.
Well, yeah, same thing.
Okay, no, that's the fucked up thing. It's a dude in, like, Vermin Supreme cosplay.
Yeah.
Just a boot on the head. Oh, so tell me more about these czars.
So they want a border czar. They want somebody to be in charge of the quote unquote border crisis.
The crisis of having a border.
They want somebody who has a pragmatic approach to complex border security and immigration challenges. How do we make it not seem like we're just being dickheads and like we don't want to just shoot everybody that comes to our border?
Doing a light fascism. you
I know. You dangle something in front of the Democrats and tell them it's compromise, and then they do the fascism. Is that it? Did I get it?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we last week on the Patreon we were talking about Secret Hitler. That is very much how Secret Hitler plays out.
Great game to exhibit that. By the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. That's how Secret Hitler plays out. We should definitely play it on stream one of these days or something.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There's a couple people I think that they're talking about in this article, the Texas Tribune article about who are possible candidates, but I don't give a fuck who the candidate is. This is such a shitty fucking
thing to exist at all. Yeah.
Greg Abbott
Right,
ordered
but-
state troopers earlier this week to begin pulling over vehicles suspected of transporting migrants with COVID-19.
Well, so I mean that's been a continuing thing throughout the pandemic, right? Is that despite Texas doing everything it can to just ensure that every Texan is fully entitled to the healthy lungful of COVID aerosols, that actually that's why we originally fucking left Mexico. It wasn't slavery. It was, hey, we want to make sure our fucking coonskin cap idiots who are living here could just breathe in as much diseases as they want.
Yeah.
And Abbott's been doing a good job of ensuring that, right? However, throughout this entire pandemic, there's also been a bunch of fear-mongering about, oh yeah, those immigrants, man, they sure are bringing in the COVID, which we definitely don't have a lot of here.
Yeah.
We should worry about those immigrants, huh?
They just want to come here and kill us all with the Delta variant.
Yeah, all of
yeah.
a sudden you worry about the fucking COVID-19 pandemic because Mexicans might have it.
Well, I heard they were going to rename it the Elta variant, and you can't
shut
trust that
up.
Spanish language. Yeah, yeah. Is that where you're drawing the line?
Let me drink some more.
To be fair, that was not me crossing the line so much as it was me pissing all over.
Yeah,
But
let me finish this tall can.
there you go.
Ugh. Anyway,
I'm reading
It's
through
the
this
it's
letter.
the
I'm just reading-
Tijuana flu.
So
the
Oh my
Tijuana
God.
is that how you
Where
pronounce
is
Tijuana?
Tijuana exactly?
Is that how you
Zach?
pronounce Tijuana?
Tijuana.
Is that
Tijuana? Where is Tijuana? Tell me, where is Tijuana? In this country, that country, where?
That
Please.
one's in Mexico. Is
Tijuana.
Tijuana?
Yeah.
Tijuana.
Tijuana.
Like you don't even have to like. I would have
You're
been okay
putting,
with
like, some, like,
Tijuana.
dairy
It's
stank on it.
Tijuana, is it?
No, it's
no.
What are you-
Tijuana.
Ti-
Yeah,
Tijuana.
What in the fucking
Tijuana.
It's Tijuana,
What in the
but
fucking
Tijuana.
like
You're
paragraph
saying-
long taco truck order are you
right,
doing, son?
Zach,
motherfucker.
oh my god, it's like even if you said it without the Spanish accent, it would be Tijuana.
Tijuana.
Like yeah, or even I would have even liked. I would have preferred if you said Tijuana.
I
I was gonna say at this point you can say fucking Tajana and we would have a better idea what you're talking about.
Tijuana.
Tijuana is a summer camp in Kansas.
Camp Tijuana.
Camp Tijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like the fake summer camp that they had in
fucking Adam's Family.
or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in that fucking Nickelodeon show Oh God, I can't remember
Dude's
that.
Rock.
Yeah.
What is
Oh,
it?
it's called like Dude's Ranch or like Dude something like
Salute
that.
your shorts.
Ram
Salute your
Ranch.
shorts.
Salute your shorts.
There you go. Thank you.
Oh no.
Dude's Ranch.
I don't know where I got dude from.
No, it's because it was called like a Dude Ranch. That's why.
Yeah, the show was called Ram Ranch, and it showed
Uh-huh.
on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And it featured a sponge and a starfish.
Uh-huh.
All together at Ram Ranch.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I would have more beer.
I wasn't really into Rammed Ranch. I was more into Rim Ranch.
Oh my god.
What is this thing that Sam just texted? Sam just texted me because he's overhearing. To Juana Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
All right, replace me on the show with Sam, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, glad to know that the people off the podcast are funnier than the people on the podcast, which is true of. I mean, let's be fair.
This is
every podcast.
that's just a universal truth.
Yeah.
It just kind of hurts to be smacked in the face.
Yeah.
with it,
We just had the audacity and the spunk to get up here and record ourselves.
We've got the spunk.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Packed full.
Oh, God.
I guess our second story today, since you know I'm over here butchering pronunciation, we might as well talk about
Fuck it. Fuck the
something
news.
that
Moving on.
something that I can pronounce, which is oil.
all.
Oil. Some oil.
Almost foul.
I love your southern accents.
The Texas Railroad Commission. Are they finally ready to get serious about flaring? Bill Piss Bush.
Another Bush?
The Texas.
Again.
Wait, he's land commissioner. Hang on. Who's the railroad commissioner?
No. He's the same guy.
It's
I
thought it was-
Land Commissioner is George P. Bush. That's George Piss Bush.
George P.
Who the fuck
Bush.
who is
George Piss Bush.
Bill
Okay.
P. Bush?
Hang on. Let me look up.
There's another.
I
Bush
thought
here?
I thought it was. No,
How many
that's
piss
me.
bushes
That's
do we
me.
have?
That's my mistake. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's no Bush in this article.
It's not in this article. But I was looking up who the Texas Railroad Commissioner is.
If the Railroad Commission is ready to get serious about flaring, they got to do poppers.
That's what I've
Fuck
been...
yeah.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
So there are three commissioners: Jim Wright, Christy Craddock, and Wayne Christian. Those are very Texas names. My goodness.
Those are Tim and Eric characters.
Those are also three brands of poppers. That's for sure. Just last time a guy used poppers, when I was having sex with a guy, he like cracked open a brand new set of poppers, and I'm like, I don't know what it was, but the smell was so strong that I nearly collapsed on top of him while I was like already it was dick deep inside of him. I was like, oh, can't do this. I felt fate. I was like, nope, I was like, and he's like, do you want some? And I was like, no, I'm dying here. Just
gonna shit myself and roll over on top of your body.
Yeah. So I don't do poppers, but these gentlemen might.
Texas has been doing poppers.
George Poppers
George
Bush.
Poppers Bush.
I can't believe this entire conversation. I was the first fucking person to say that. Anyway.
Texas Railroad Commission is the one in charge of regulating the oil field, and for years the Texas oil and gas industry has been flaring natural gas that they can't or don't want to sell, which means that there is a giant pipe that goes up, presumably hundreds of feet into the air, and then they just light it on fire at the top, and it just burns natural gas all day.
Dude's rock.
Which, because it's hard to capture natural gas that comes out of all the land rigs that we have, and by hard I mean it's work.
No, but
to
So
do
you're
it.
telling me we just drilled a hole into the ground to get the natural gas, and then we're like, oh, we don't have a way to stop it, so we just lit it on fire.
We want the oil,
shit
but
that
not the
Pennsylvania
gas.
does- like the shit that Pennsylvania does on accident, you're just doing on
yeah,
purpose.
or like what they
Yeah.
did on accident in Russia. Like I believe that there was like a Soviet like natural gas explosion like this too. Great.
Well, yeah, there have been a lot of natural gas. There was like 3 weeks ago. There's that explosion where a pipeline, it was a Venezuelan company or something, and the sea was like boiling. That was a gas release because a pipeline underwater, leaked and then caught on fire underwater.
Y'all in Texas, you do it dirty. You just
Oh,
real dirty.
Bud.
280 billion cubic feet of gas since in 2019. More than enough to supply gas to every home in Texas. We are burning a year's worth of
market.
We are doubling our We're doubling our greenhouse gas output like every year just because we can't or don't want to sell the natural gas that comes out of the ground when we pull oil out.
Oh my God, we've reached so much of the end stage of capitalism that we're literally just manufacturing things to burn them. Like we're just throwing like I know we're just throwing F-16s into the ocean and just like I don't know, manufacturing 1 million plastic forks and then giving people a little checkbox to like not have them delivered, but they get delivered anyway. Like everything is just directly into the
it's Factorio logic where you just you clock in for your shift at the fucking pollution factory and then at the end of that you go home and you buy a bunch of single-use plastics which you then eat and shit out after deriving no nutritional value from them. like a proud Texan does,
shitting out a fork I did not originally consume because there's enough microplastic in there.
You could just form a fork and you've got like it just comes out like a fucking those like Play-Doh kits that have the molds.
It's just a giant
fun factory.
Oh, I found
this. You also call your butt.
This is also interesting from this article. The communities near the oil fields are left wondering about potential health impacts of nearby flares. Research is ongoing, but a study from the University of Southern California found elevated premature birth rates in Texas's Eagle Ford shale region. Great.
Yes. Not only are there elevated premature birth rates, but also these flares are not always burning everything that is being pumped out of them. So a lot of times there's just raw ass methane gas going up into the atmosphere.
Oh, cool. I bet you that's not like detrimental to our atmosphere at all. Like our ozone layer is probably doing
entire
good.
Years. 30% of flares are pumping methane into the air rather than burning it as they are designed to do.
Oh,
So not only are we doubling our natural gas, greenhouse gas production, we're also just adding an extra 30% of, mix of methane into there.
Okay, but this...
No. They're
also, I gotta say, like, from an economic perspective, like, it's easy to get a guy to come by and burn some methane. I can do it, Just have me standing there with a fucking lighter, 8 hours a day, fucking $60 an hour, fucking in, I don't know, fucking Odessa, Texas or something. Buddy, that's a deal. That's a deal right there.
I just love the visual. In this article, this photo, it is very haunting because that ground, it's like a black and white photo. It's not, but because everything is so dead and gray, it looks like a black and white photo, and just the brightest orange flame. The haunting image that you probably have to see every day if you live in this community, day and night. Just a fire crackling, hot, and burning brightly. It's like you live in Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's, all the big companies have said, like, oh, we're going to stop flaring because that's just releasing gas. And flaring, started as this way to prevent a pressurized explosion. You're getting rid of gas. You can't store it on the site. You need to burn it off.
Are you sure about that?
Well, that would require them building enough tanks to hold extra gas, which
God forbid that they have a surplus.
God forbid you cut into that bottom line.
How many gas tanks does OSHA allow you to have on the site, and how many do they just ship out there when you start drilling so that you don't have to retain any of the gas that comes out?
Yeah.
Well, see, what they had going on before was workers just had to come home carrying like a bunch of gas in their cheeks. Like they would like inhale a mouthful and then like trottle on back to
like a little gas squirrel.
Alamo-shaped trailer. Yeah, exactly. They're Alamo-shaped fucking trailers that they live in because it's Texas and that's how we people live. We've since made leaps and bounds. So that means everything's fine now.
You now are flying squirrels because of the mutations.
Yeah. Which I gotta say too, eats up a lot of fucking energy, and is probably terrible for the fucking environment. But it's cool.
God.
So. It's cool that I can live in fucking Zach, help me out here. What's like a East Texas town?
East Texas, Tyler, Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches.
Yeah, I can live in fucking Nacogdoches. I can live in fucking Zacogdoches and like work in fucking Midland, Odessa, and there's no.
And these two locations are definitely like 800 miles apart.
Well, yeah, and I have to drive there in
yeah.
my 2500 HD every day.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Crockett, Texas. Lufkin, that's one.
What the fuck is
Nacogdoches?
Nacogdoches. What the fuck is that?
That's where Stephen F. Austin
Yeah.
State University is, Dennis.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Like
the gentle
what kind of
contemplation of Nacogdoches,
like how are,
Texas.
like
yeah.
I know
There you go, Dennis.
definitely
There you go.
mispronouncing it, but like what the fuck? Like
It's Nacogdoches.
Oh, it's from
Nacogdoches?
the Nacogdoches tribe of the Caddo.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's a
like,
place.
That is not a name a bunch of like shitty Germans would come up with.
Yeah.
I can't say Tijuana, but I can say Nacogdoches.
There's a similarly named city in Louisiana because of the same group of people.
Is there a Nacogdoches,
God,
Louisiana?
if only...
It's
It's
called
Natchitoches.
It's Natchitoches.
Nacogdoches nuts. Got him.
Natchitoches. That's Natchitoches. Nacogdoches, Natchitoches.
Let's actually like just check in with the actual tribe.
Before we start
to see how bad we're
I can't
butchering
pronounce
it.
this
Yeah.
properly, but in Caddo it looks like it's pronounced Natchitoches. Natchitoches.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone's way up.
Yeah,
basically.
I don't know why they spelled it like this then, but clearly whoever knew how to spell whenever they were asking how to spell this,
the Anglicization
no
or
one.
the Spanicization of native words never really went well.
No, it's 100% some fucking German settlers who showed up when we were going through that phase.
Oh yeah,
it's
so great to be here. I love this place so much.
so great.
Oh yeah, it's in Nacogdoches. Like they're fucking hammered.
Oh yeah, I love it here in Nacogdoches. It's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's some of the cities between Nacogdoches and Natchitoches. San Augustine, Geneva, Milam, Many, 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 Louisiana. Provencal.
Wow, so Louisiana, many Louisiana, much Newmar.
Much Louisiana.
Oh my god, I was just thinking, like that would be a really shitty Doge joke. Huh?
Well, I made it.
Thanks, Charlie.
Provencal.
Provincial?
Provincial. Is that
Nah, it's
Provencal?
Knowing Louisiana, it's probably Provencal. Yeah.
Provencal, Louisiana, and then Flora, Louisiana. So here's and next to Natchitoches, these little other little cities, Vienna Bend. So that sounds very Spanish settler.
The Vienna Bend. No. Vienna Bend.
Vienna Bend.
Like Austria?
Yeah,
Vienna?
like
Oh
Vienna
yeah, just
Bend.
like it's so perfect. I love.
I was gonna say the Vienna Bend is a sex act from the 1820s.
Oh yeah, I love meeting my wife at night and doing the Vienna Bend. So great.
Yeah, exactly. The Vienna Bend is when they first originally realized you could move a penis along like angles of degrees. Like it wasn't just straight
it
out.
was quite an innovation.
It's better than Zwolle, Louisiana. Okay.
Zwolle.
Zwolle. Zwolle.
Everyone there is really, really, really buff.
I was gonna say, Zwolle, Louisiana, where it's just a bunch of fucking
Yeah,
bodybuilders.
Well, they're all lumberjacks because they have the Weyerhaeuser lumber mill.
Yeah, it's also a Dutch name,
Great.
so it's Zwolle.
Zwolle.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. I'm telling the three kinds of Texans and Louisiana settlers.
The Dutch, the Spanish, and the Dutch, the Spanish, the French, and the Germans. So there's 4 of them.
Holy shit.
This episode brought to you by Six Flags, of course.
I recently found out that the Six Flags refer to the Six Flags that flew over Texas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
it sucks.
Us here in California didn't know that.
That's hilarious. I love that. I love that. That's
No.
not a thing for
Wow, Dennis, you're writing on. We're gonna go to Colonizer Park.
We're gonna go to Slave Owner Park.
I mean, yeah, that's literally one of the Six Flags.
Yeah, I was gonna say our Six Flags in Colorado was literally like a zoo before it was just an amusement park. Which, yeah, that's right. That's the right evolution of that.
No, so was ours.
Yeah, Defunct Land, come on the podcast and tell us exactly like what level of fucked up it is to have a just Confederate themed section of the theme park.
It's basically the red lights district,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's why we kind of call it Magic Mountain more often than not.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean we have El Toro the ride at our Six Flags park, so
Yeah, a bunch of people die at ours. It's fine.
that's cool.
I've only been there once.
I'm pretty sure that's why El Toro is closed because it's like a
everyone dies. It's just
it's a
death
wooden
trap.
one, it's like the one of the wooden ones like they have in Kima.
Oh,
So
it's you're literally just being thrown around, like nothing is safe.
Yeah, like those tight corners where you like get slammed up against the thing. One of these times it's just gonna come off the rails and fall. Everyone's gonna die.
Yeah,
So
it's great. I love it.
But if you're listening to this before you go on the roller coaster, though, it's not going to be you. Not this time.
No,
It's
yeah,
gonna be a
no,
long
no.
time before it happens.
Uh-huh.
It'll
exactly.
be the kids.
It'll be the
Well-
one right after you.
There you go. That's the spirit.
For our next story, these cops did not have a long time to.
Speaking of a lot of people who died,
Okay.
Bring
There
it
we
on
go.
home. There you go.
speaking of a pile of corpses, though this time one we have a different feeling about. I'm in Pittsburgh right now, so I just flipped through the shitty local news here.
My condolences.
I like it here. This is a nice state. It's better than Colorado. Fuck Colorado.
It's better in Texas, I'll tell you that much.
right.
Not
There's
as
nice
hot
here.
as it is in
There's-
Texas.
I'm over here in
There's trees
California.
here. There's so
I
many
love
good
it.
bridges.
Good
There's a train.
bridges.
Wonderful.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, I flipped through the shitty local news and have discovered that the End of Watch ride has made 2 stops in western Pennsylvania, in Ambridge and Kennedy, help me with this. Aliquippa, is it here? Aliquippa, apparently.
That's definitely not.
That's not what.
Our apologies to all Native Americans.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's
just
Aliquippa.
not even related just
Yeah.
to this, but just in general too.
Just a general.
We're being reminded once again.
And that's the closest like we can like manage to land back in being just a bunch of shitty like idiot podcast people is just apologizing profusely for how fucked up all these.
I mean,
all these
that's why
town names
you
are.
all let me on the podcast. This is your reparations. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I do own 51% of this podcast.
Yes, exactly.
You should see
Yeah.
what that does to my tax.
Give me back.
So Charlie, you're scrolling through the news, and what comes up is like a touching memorial service.
It's a touching memorial service. It's a truck that has a big trailer behind it, and across the back of this trailer is just plastered the faces of upwards of 300 dead police officers because we're honoring their memory.
I'm driving my dead cops truck around the country.
Yes, they are.
I was gonna say it's no MDC, but it's a good start.
Yeah, no, it's perfect because they're sending out because they're driving around all the places where these police officers died. So they went to Ambridge to commemorate the late interim police chief Mark Romutus, and then went to Aliquippa to commemorate police chief Rob Sealock. See, both of these officers died
What are
within
these names?
Yeah, both of these officers died within hours of one another in April 2020 in the line of duty.
Oh yeah, of course.
From COVID. No, they died of COVID within hours of one another.
Yeah, they died because they went to Applebee's in the early days of the pandemic.
Yes, no.
As like a bit.
That is 100%. So I just want to point out this truck isn't just honoring officers who were killed by great revolutionary
roving
comrades.
thugs.
They're honoring anyone who has died in the line of duty and then died from it.
So just like
amazing.
dead cop of old age, most of these cops, I'm assuming.
I don't have information on every single one of these cops, but yeah, it's just if the cop has died.
They've got fucking Fraser's dad on there.
No, it's just this truck. It's got 300 dead cops on it, and it's the group who runs it is called Beyond the Call of Duty, which that could literally mean anything. Just fallen officers. Well, maybe they just fell down some stairs. They just collapsed in the street of an aneurysm. Who knows?
Well, we are boycotting it because of Activision, of course. But
yeah,
of course.
Also because it sucks.
There's too many microtransactions. You have to pay to honor each police officer individually.
Yeah. Oh man, I spent so much money pressing F.
And don't get me started on the fucking whatever his name was, fucking John Romulus. The different skins. Like granted, he looks real good in a bikini, but still, it's not worth $5. Also, of course, thoughts and prayers to this cop guy's family.
I say presumably they all survived their battle with COVID. We don't really know. I'm
right.
confident if this cop's wife and kids died, they're not on the truck.
Well, my assumption is they didn't get vaccinated. Whoever survived in this family, they did not get vaccinated.
No, and I had to bring this story because it's just so mind-boggling to me that we're the people in this country who worship the troops are so bootlicky that literally a cop simply dying is enough for them to drive a 70-day road trip around to every town and be like, we must just stand there and salute them while a tear runs down our cheek.
It's bitch, people die.
Well, Charlie, that's
people die.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say, Charlie. I don't think you're taking into account here that our special boys in blue, they are born and predestined to join the forces that keep order in our society. It's not like just anybody can be a cop. If just anybody could be a cop, I don't know where our society would be. If just any fucking GED ass, fucking can't tell their fucking left foot from their right foot idiot could be a cop. God knows what a poor state our society would be in.
Our state religion is Calvinism, so these are predetermined, predestined cops.
Okay, if they
absolutely,
it's just so ridiculous. It reminds me of that fucking Vine from a million years ago. That kid being you just insulted a future U.S. Army soldier.
Yes, that fucking copy pasta. Holy shit. It sure is good. It sure is good that we choose our police officers at birth, like the Dalai Lama is chosen.
Well,
right. ACAB.
That's what ACAB means. It's a sign cop of Earth. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like fucking ants.
I don't get that reference.
Good ants pull. Yeah. Ants.
I get it. I know what it is.
Not ants.
Mm-hmm.
Ants.
Ants or ants. It's just
ants. Very different from legally distinct from the animal,
which is copyrighted by Kellogg of all things.
Of course.
No shit, really?
Yeah, Kellogg owns ants now, so we can't say fire ants in Texas without paying. See, I
Wait,
have to go
what?
deposit a quarter in the.
This is
I
a
have to
joke,
go
right?
deposit a quarter in the. Yes, I have to
Okay,
go deposit a
thank
quarter
God.
in the copyright jar, and then mail that in to
Okay.
Kellogg at the end of every month.
Yeah, but they don't take like actual tender. You have to write a check, so it just costs them more money to cash the check.
Yeah.
It's fucked all the way up and down. yeah.
Kellogg.
Not quite as fun as the cop bus, the dead cop bus. Sorry. I'm gonna do my story
it's
first
cop
here,
bussy.
Dennis. You can close on your funny
Please,
fun one.
please.
Mine is about Google, and I know what you're thinking. Google bad.
Google.
But
You're
but
thinking
this-
what Google told you to think.
oh, exactly.
Google-
You Googled something, and you're thinking exactly what they want you to think and or know about it. If
Google.
you listen to our sponsor, Bing Search, then you would know.
Not even like DuckDuckGo or something. It's just
Bing.
Bing.
They're really desperate. DuckDuckGo can do
I
better
use-
than this podcast. Bing cannot.
I use Bing regularly. I think I've said this before, but like Microsoft will pay you to use Bing. Like I get $10 Xbox gift cards like twice a month off of just using Bing.
What?
That's
Queen's
pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Badass, actually. All right, I might be switching
Yeah.
to Bing in the near future.
Fire
Holy
up,
moly.
boys!
You mean
Fucking-
I could buy a bunch of skins in Minecraft Bedrock too, if I
Yeah.
switch to Bing?
I could
Yeah.
get a fucking new set of sails and see
I'm putting.
games
I'm.
if I just switch to Bing.
I mean,
I-
honestly, yes.
Charlie Dunn
used
Bing
to-
Node.
I'm Bing
Charlie-
pilled now. Wow.
I've been Bing pilled.
I'm installing Microsoft Edge onto Linux as we speak.
God.
I would like to point out that the only things I search for on Bing every day are just like the numbers 1 through 50 on like a couple of different things, because that's all you have to do. They don't care what you search for. It just needs to be different.
You should search number 1, number 2.
Yeah, I just punched it in. It takes me like a minute, and if I just do that, like,
What?
you know, like when I boot up the Xbox to play a video game, when I see like when I open the rewards app or whatever, like they just
Oh,
give
man.
you points, and then I do some of the other things in there, and then by the end of the
What,
month,
what do
I've
you
got like
get
20
on
bucks.
say number like? Well, just as an example, 34.
Well, see, this is fun because like, okay, so for like everything is either a movie or a song. Most of the numbers, but then there's just a few here and there where it's like, because if you do like 50, you're gonna get 50 cent. But like, I swear almost every number is a movie. 34, I'll tell you right now. Ariana Grande, 34 plus 35.
Oh,
Visual
34,
Video
35.
YouTube.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That
rules.
sounds
Also,
about right.
also my number 1. Yeah.
I was hoping for like fucking colored pencil drawings of the Thomas the Train Engine trains getting fucked.
No,
but,
no,
you
no.
know.
You got.
Well,
three.
not
Ariana
all of
Grande
us.
singing
I've
about
never
69.
turned.
That's basically the same thing. In all
That's-
fairness.
You know,
That's
I've never
true.
turned safe search off, so I don't know.
Charlie,
Oh,
it is.
shit.
It is time to. It's time to join us here.
Time to Google.
Us without safe search on. Anyways,
yeah.
Google, as we know,
in a
has a
safe
quantum
place.
computer, and this is kind of more serious and boring than anything else. But apparently, they think that they've created a time crystal, which is
Time for my brain to melt.
theoretically a new phase of matter. Which I'm not exactly sure what is experiencing
cube.
this phase, but it is the time cube from the Loki. From the Loki TV series.
The Loki guy. He's handsome.
I'm fucking soy facing
Yeah.
harder than you can imagine
I'm
right now. Like splitting my fucking jaw open.
I love when Loki
fully
kissed
Travis,
Loki.
Like, you fully grew like a colored beard and colored your hair like Travis McElroy right now.
I look like that fucking Fortnite
Yeah.
pedophile
Oh
guy.
boy. Time
Mosh?
crystals are
Yeah, that's the guy.
what I've read from this article. Basically, it is when something their explanation was to imagine like a snowflake
Uh-huh.
that has like 5 points, and then watch it like change to a 7-pointed one, and then go back to it. It's basically a state of matter where it swaps between two states endlessly, repeatedly, and there is no entropy happening. It doesn't lose energy, it doesn't use energy, it simply swaps between these two states. The theory being that inside of a time crystal, time is simply looped. So you are still getting the same thing over and over, the same loop over and over, but you're not using any energy to do that perpetually. I mean, obviously you're using energy to maintain the quantum computer state.
So it's a vine.
Sorry for our Gen Zers, our Zoomers. It's a TikTok.
Yeah,
I'll keep saying vine until I'm told. Yes.
Like, cool. I don't know what the practical function for this sort of thing is, but I'm always interested in finding out new things about our universe.
The practical function is that because qubits, which are the quantum states of the processor materials, their states change based on observation, whether or not you're looking at them. They do not want you to know what they are, they're like a
boo in Super Mario Bros.
Yes, the act of observing them changes their state as well based on any number of things. Whereas matter in a time crystal wants you to see it. It basically, you can see the entire process being captured. So
it's like it's just really slutty. It's like really, really like really dirty.
So dirty. It's out on a balcony on New Year's Eve over Times Square.
Love it.
After a few drinks, and she's like, "Ooh, wouldn't it be like crazy if I just took off the top of my dress? Like that'd be so crazy." Yeah,
we've all been there.
I too have taken off the top of my dress.
I too have been really slutty after a few drinks.
Yeah, and just wanted everyone to watch me.
New York, baby, gotta love it.
Yes, time crystals can survive energy processes without falling victim to entropy. The reason they're called time crystals is because they can have their cake and eat it too. They don't really explain the science behind it super well here. They use fancy thing. So I'm sad. I'm going to go do more research on this, but theoretically having this happen while they're running a quantum computer, this is more useful than anything any of the three billionaire space companies have done lately.
Well, I'm glad that we have let one of the most powerful companies with huge amounts of personal information on literally everyone on the planet use state funding to just go ahead and invent or discover new matter. This sounds perfect and great and safe.
It's not, we don't have the copyright jar for time crystals yet. So
I'm looking at the paper they put out, and it's just gibberish to me. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need someone smarter than me to explain it.
But what's unclear to me is if they have just further hypothesized a thing that was already hypothesized in 2012, or if they've actually done something to do something. Because there's nothing that says they've created this anywhere.
It says they may have created it. It says that they have data that says that they may have created it, but they are in the process of reviewing the data.
Right. What it sounds like is they have further worked out the hypothesis and showed that it could be possible to do, and now they have to actually do it. And I don't know. I'm just gonna hold my breath on that because
much like the Buffalo Bills moving to Austin, it's in a constant state of flux until it actually happens. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had time to have read this paper beforehand because it's not very
it's not intuitive.
It's 8 pages, and I'm just like, you invented quantum time crystals that will change the face of humanity, and it's an 8-page paper.
Yeah.
They have a lot of people that have observation of time crystalline eigenstate order on a quantum processor.
I don't know what any of that means.
Neither do I.
I think it means they modeled in a regular computer the possibility of creating a fancier computer, and now they're saying we could maybe build it. But
If you build it, they will come.
To actually build it, like what information I don't have is like, okay, so what energy do you put into an object to make it no longer behave by the rules of matters we understand?
What object are you putting this energy into? Is what I want to know.
Crystals. Like, this is the thing: is the repeated use of the word crystals makes me go like, this isn't real. They're just saying that they've invented crystals that make your computer faster. Like, I've also
Marianne's Crash Bandicoot.
Marianne Williamson
for someone in there. Right, I've also done tech support for a person who kept crystals around their computer to stop the waves from coming out of it and to make sure the waves were directed back toward the computer to make it work better. Like, I've already met that person.
Yeah, you have been on the phone with Marianne Williamson. We all know this.
This is not a joke. I have absolutely been in that person's house. Like, I have done tech support for a person who surrounded their computer with crystals.
Oh, you poor thing.
Our work employs a time reversal protocol that discriminates external decoherence from intrinsic thermalization and leverages quantum typicality to circumvent the exponential cost of densely sampling the eigenspectrum. In addition, we locate the phase transition.
This doesn't mean anything. This means nothing.
It doesn't mean anything.
This is resonance cascade shit. Is what it is, yeah.
You just said things. Things.
There were a lot of words in there, yes.
Right. I mean, perfect. Transition to our next story, but I'll let you finish your.
Don't worry, Gordon. The eigenwaves have been perfectly neutralized. There's nothing to concern you.
We'll play Half-Life after this.
Oh my god.
No,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's very simple. The spectrum has the spectrum has a distinctive pattern of pairing between Schrödinger cat states that are separated by an angle of pi. This pairing manifests as a stable subharmonic response wherein local observables show period doubled oscillation.
I'm rubbing my temples. I don't know what any of this is.
This is just time cube. This isn't meaningful.
Okay.
It's a time cube, Dennis. Just imagine Loki holding the time cube, and that's what this is.
I'm talking about
the only time cube I respect is that deranged fucking website.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Thank you, Charlie. None of this fucking Disney adult bullshit.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
Oh my god. Okay, before we move on to my story, though, I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick.
Timecube 4CE. This is somebody's doing the 4CE LSD analog, right?
What? I guess I don't know.
Are we all not on timecube.2enp.com?
Oh, I haven't. Let me go there.
New Believers of Cubic Time.
What is it? What is it at now? Timecube.what?
2enp.com.
p.com. Awesome. Did y'all listen to the QAnon Anonymous episode about this they did recently? They actually finally did one, and it was very sort of disheartening and touching to hear about like how this person like was just brought onto college campuses and fucked with, and then like found a protege on a college campus who absolutely just their mental health decayed, and they went mad with it, and it was not good.
I mean, that's literally what all these are, right?
I mean, yeah, but like, oh, it happened to someone else.
Yeah,
I am a knower of.
It's like if the Temple OS guy started hiring.
I'm a knower of four-corner simultaneous 24-hour days that occur within a single four-corner rotation of Earth. I mean, we've all felt that way before. God guys for unicorn scam and slaves 4-day cube brain as oneist. Vilify teachers for unicorn swindle tithe from 1 day. It's a slur. Four simultaneous days rotate. Till you know 4 simultaneous days rotate in same 24 hours of Earth, you don't deserve to live on Earth. Oh no, that's another slur.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, there's definitely slurs in here.
Religious academia taught oneism upon an Earth of opposite poles covered by Mama Hole and Papa Pole, pulsating opposite burritos.
What? No, y'all are reading someone's kink diary. This is what this is.
The oneist educated with their flawed one-eye perspective, opposite eyes overlay, Cyclops mentality inflicts static non-pulsating logos as a fictitious unicorn. Same burrito transformation.
No, this is like a 2000 lol random adult swim bumper is what it is.
Yes. It is the absolute verifiable truth and proven fact that your belly button signature ties to viviparous mama.
You all are just reading.
Of course.
I just came back from the bathroom. You all are reading just like some like AI generated script, right?
Until you can tear and burn.
In the sense that when the human mind breaks down, it free associates much the same as too many of our machine learning protocols. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Until you can tear and burn the marshmallow to escape the evil one, it will be impossible for your educated, brilliant brain to know that 4 different corner harmonic 24-hour days rotate simultaneously within a single 4-quadrant rotation of a squared equator and cubed Earth. The solar system, the universe, the Earth, and all humans are composed of plus 0 minus antipodes and equal to nothing if added as a 1 or entity.
Could you just imagine someone, Are You Winning Son, pulls an Are You Winning Son on someone who's listening to this podcast right as you're fucking info dumping on Time Cube, and it's like, oh cool, like this is just like an MK Ultra thing,
right? just like calling like the kid's parent at work, and the kid's other parent at work just being like, I think our son is into QAnon.
Well, Father, remember, if man cannot tear a page from the marshmallow and burn it, then he cannot be a scientist or participate in symposium.
Jesus.
That's true.
I got one right here. Believers have snot brain. Educated have snot brain. God worship only
Okay,
needs
how
a
do I
snot
get
brain.
snot brain? Because that sounds really fun.
Yeah, that's a kind of Molly, I think.
Ooh, here's something. God in human form has human limits. His body controls activity. That's a
you gotta respect the guy who calls himself the wisest human. This just comes out there and says it.
Oh.
Not even smartest, because like smartest implies like some sort of level of, I don't know, smugness. Wisest is like I know the most about everything.
Yeah, his full title is Dr. Gene Ray, cubic and wisest human.
Oh no. It's
all right. These 2 sentences are Dennis. After 30 years of research, I now possess the order of harmonic antipodal cubic divinity life. Too large for physical form, but binary spirit of the masculinity sun and femininity earth antipodes. Oneism is demonic death math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We stand a non-binary icon.
The Thank You guy that also says that math sucks.
Yeah. Fuck math. Gender's fake. I stand with the Time Cube guy. Absolutely.
God.
Well, I guess we're on the topic of crackpots, Dennis.
We certainly are. I come to you today, my friends.
On this the day of my daughter's
I come to you
wedding.
today, my friends, to present to you Pastor Dan Burgoyne. I don't know how to pronounce this name. He's a local pastor here in Orange County.
He looks a lot like the senator from the first story.
Yeah. Now, I implore my co-host to watch this video. We'll cut it down, but you have to watch the video. And
so you'll cut some of it in, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I will, and I'll make sure that we get the audio ripped. I don't know if I'm editing or if Zach's editing, but we'll get it in.
I believe it's Dennis this week.
We'll also put the link in, because, dear God.
Okay.
Do we want to watch this whole thing and react?
Yeah.
Let's watch it together.
I'm at 0 as well.
0.
Me too.
Y'all let me know when to hit play.
Okay.
All right, someone count us down.
Okay, go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
So do you know what God equates as sin in the Bible?
What is it, Dan?
He equates poop, filth.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Menstruation
No, this
also,
is
I
not
think.
a brownie.
I think so too.
No, this is not Snickers bar. I own 2 bull mastiffs in my life. This is Great Dane. Do you
I'm a
know
bit of a
how
connoisseur,
God
you
sees? Now
see.
listen, this is important. Psalm 141 verse 2. May my prayer be set before you like what? Like incense. May the lifting of my hands be like the evening sacrifices. Your sin, God says, has hidden my face from you so that I will not hear. So when you come in and you're saying, God, the gods of my life compete with who you are, but I'm declaring that I belong to you. God says, this is what I see.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, not the kneading.
No.
Up like me.
He didn't even take his ring
I can
off.
see in ways nobody else can
Massaging
see.
it
Wow.
like bread
And so you
dough.
know what you say? Oh, God, create in me a clean heart and renew in me a right spirit and cast me not from thy presence.
All right,
and
now accidentally
take
wipe a
not
tear
thy
from your
Holy
eye.
Spirit from me. And you got
Like
chunks
when you chop hot
coming off
peppers.
of your thumb, and God is saying, what do you want? Do you want me or do you want you? Do you want your ways or do you want my ways? Because you can't have what you're getting the way you think you want it unless you're going to make me the absolute priority of your life.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Okay, so how do we know those weren't just a fucking bunch of baby Ruths?
Well, because he said it's not a Snickers. He told us, and we have to.
He
trust
said
it's
that
not
it's
a
Great
Snickers,
Dane.
but that
He said
doesn't-
it's
that doesn't
Great
mean-
Dane.
Am I just?
Yeah, which is like an obscure candy bar
Okay.
brand, I hope.
I need to move away from the paused thumbnail. Ugh. Zach,
This guy.
Yeah, the thumbnail is real. I mean, fucking, I already alluded to, like, you know, just American conservatives being, like, weird Tim and Eric people already, but
Jesus.
goddamn, this is the Shrim instructional video.
like
Jesus Christ.
Zach, you here were the most pious of us.
Yes.
Did any of that
Cow
make
pious.
sense?
I mean, I hear what he's saying, and my brain like turns off now because
You're seen, you're heard,
yeah,
you're
my brain
valid.
turns off because it's like I've broken that circuit, like
But-
physically broken that circuit. But like, I mean, yeah, I see what he's saying. I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to demonstrate his point by playing with some like scat play on stage.
Fondling dog shit.
Maybe
Like,
that's his thing,
That's
yeah?
his thing. 100%. That's his
okay,
thing. Like
if-
we pastors are all freaks.
Like if anyone watches Justin Wang on YouTube, I immediately thought of his like coverage of Messy Tales. This is very much a Messy Tales sort of thing. I'll leave that link in the description.
Messy Tales?
I'll leave that link in the description for you too, folks.
I would prefer you didn't almost.
You know what? Maybe
yeah.
that'll just be. You know what? If you're a Patreon member, I'll go ahead and put that in. I'll put that in the
There you go.
Patreon Discord server, and Charlie, I will put that in moderators.
Oh,
But
all right.
but
Sure, fine.
There's Ord, he's the biggest, he's the brave at heart. There's Cassie so smart, very smart. It's Messy Tales, Messy Tales.
Okay,
Come on,
but-
let's...
So
I'm not
I
gonna
just don't
continue
I
this.
don't get it. I don't understand. And I just love that this was like
Do you want me
again,
to give you the full theology
feel
behind this? Like,
No, but Zach,
can I
because
guess?
I'm Catholic, we didn't read the Bible. Like we don't
Okay,
read the
right.
Bible.
yeah,
Fair.
that's
So-
fair. That's
so
good
I don't-
too. Probably even you didn't.
Well, because
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
like the priests read the Bible for us and we interpreted it. Like I said, the worst thing to ever happen in history is Martin Luther nailing his fucking burn book onto the church door because he's a little bitch and couldn't deal.
See. So what the pastor is saying is that whenever you come and supplicate yourself to Jesus, if you're not pure of heart and mind, that it's disgusting to him. Like Dennis, you walked away from your computer. That's the exact response that Jesus has whenever you're praying and you're like asking for something for yourself selfishly.
I gotta say, I love to come and supplicate myself to Jesus
Suppli-
simultaneously.
I mean, isn't that what supplicate means?
I don't ask me.
When you get the sup, and it's a picture of Jesus, I don't know, getting head.
I say when you swallow him, it turns to his flesh in your body.
Yeah,
There you
as
go.
it's as you're eating as you're playing with the dog shit, it turns into Jesus's shit in your hands.
It turns into Snickers.
In your hands.
Amazingly.
Hey,
Like water into wine, like shit into Snickers.
yeah. A very wise man once said that religion was the opioid of the masses, but he never said anything about poop. Because opioids actually make you constipated.
I mean, and he was German, so know.
I mean, clearly he had to get the shit from his dogs. Like,
too scared to pull his fucking to pull out a plate of his own shit. He had to do his dogs like that.
Ugh.
Also, should be noted, Divine did this in the fucking 70s.
So
that's true.
And she did eat, and she ate it too. That was real.
This is in a YouTube video. He's allowed to do this. They post his sermons every week. He's allowed to do this and post it onto YouTube.
That seems dangerous.
I mean, they've got a really nice little serving tray for it.
How many times did he have to do this same sermon and wash his hands? And how long did his hands smell like dog shit? Yeah, no, because
there's the 8 o'clock
the 8 a.m. service, the 10 a.m. service, the 2 p.m. service.
Knowing that this is Orange County, he also had to do it in Vietnamese.
Just going into the back room of the church, just like literally force feeding his dogs more meat, just being like, "You fucking got like I got another service in 1 hour."
All right, so the Twitter clip is a little compressed. On the YouTube clip, you can see this is a pre-kneaded pile of dog poop.
No.
This is the 10 a.m. service.
No.
Please, God, tell me it's fucking chocolate bars or something.
No,
it's there's no way.
No way. No.
All of a sudden, I'm a praying man.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. This clip has successfully made me religious.
Oh wow, that's much worse than HD. Jesus Christ.
No. No.
Give me my wets, Mr. Burgoyne.
Like I was gonna say, if we had episode art, it is a picture of his really goofy smiling face as he's rubbing his shit covered hands together. Like he is like
it's a kink thing.
This.
It's a disgusting.
Why does he open it with, "Are there any meat lovers in the audience?" No.
It's just caked deeply into and around his wedding band. Like, it's just gonna stink in there for years. He probably can't take it off.
Would you say that after he does this whole bit that he has a shit-eeting grin?
Yes, that's what it
shut
would
the
be.
Fuck up.
Ugh. It like flakes off. It like chunks off his head. Ugh. Ugh. I hate this so. I'm removing this. This.
I think Dennis.
Yeah, pull it out of the docket retroactively.
I think Dennis would if anyone ever like. I don't know if anyone has asked Dennis to do scat stuff, but I think Dennis would just keel over dead on their feet, like just if that was ever just a thing.
I would die.
You know what?
Just like I nearly did with those poppers, I would die.
No, you know what? You know what I can't get over? The at the end of the YouTube video, the roadie guy in the background who may or may not be like, I can't tell if he's like a stagehand or a musician, but he's just there. He's put the guitar over him. He's kind of futzing with it, like he's setting it up, and he's just got a shirt on that says red, white, and brew, and like he's just standing behind this guy who's literally just covered in shit.
That is
like, this is normal.
That is a very Fullerton sort of shirt to have, by the way. For all my 714 homies.
He toured with Gigi Allen and fucking,
Yeah.
Like, that's nothing to him now.
No. God. I regret putting this in here, but I do not regret it at the same time.
No, this is so worth knowing exists.
It's pretty great.
You're Belinda. You know how close that is to me? Too close. Far too close.
Okay, no, I think these are all the stage musicians. Oh God, they're welcoming everyone to come to the front toward the smell of shit.
No,
play.
No.
I'm watching the whole video. They're all walking toward the front of the church now.
No.
They're all packing in, starting the music, smelling the shit.
Smell the shit. Smell the beautiful.
I mean, the number one rule as a poster is do not touch the poop, and clearly this guy is fucking broken
That's
that
true.
rule.
Right, you can't even like post pig poop balls at this guy because he'll just take it for his sermons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. He'll just grab the poop right off those balls and just handle it.
Oh, he's in this church is in Palos Verdes, so okay, that's a little bit farther away from me. I don't have to worry about that.
Oh boy.
Okay.
It's in
that video.
Yeah, please. Oh God.
It's over.
It's right by the airport. I'm never going to that airport. I just won't.
Maybe a plane will accidentally fall out of the sky one day and take it off this plane of existence.
Oh, please. It's right by the ocean. I bet you that is. I bet you that church has a beautiful view of the ocean. Ugh.
They could be looking at the ocean, but their pastor is forcing them to look at his shit-covered hands.
Ugh.
He's wearing a suit. He can't even like clean his hands without like getting it on his suit.
He didn't even wear a short sleeve shirt to do his sermon that day underneath of the suit jacket. Like he's got his sleeves buttoned down to the edges of his wrists. That is insane. Well, it's not as freak shit as this podcast is, and we made it through the video.
Yeah, considering we spent just the fucking last 20 minutes talking about yeah. Who's the real fucking shit
It's
perverts?
you.
It's
It's
us.
you, the listener. If you've made it this far,
And
you're a true comrade.
Thank you so much. You poor people.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take the wheel for this one, Bo?
Can you do it?
Yeah, shout out to all of our poop pig balls patrons, especially Scott, Jorge, Tim, the Warlock Phosphorus, Aaron, Alex, Broobs, Caleb, Dylan, Eli, Jack, John, Lizzie, Malwin, Olive, Richard, Rufus, Samantha, the brilliant Dr. Fly, Tim, Tyler, and the Reverend Lawn Gnome. And there's a comma here. Am I missing anybody?
More people. Oh,
There are no more people. That's the people.
All right. Yeah, you just got to keep you got to keep them waiting. The point after the comma is for you listening now who isn't giving me personally $50 a month. Fuck this Patreon shit. Just Venmo me. Nobody else has to know about this. I will tell you how cool you are personally.
At Bo Huge Dong on Venmo.
Yeah. Just send $50 to that Venmo, and I'll know about it somehow. Don't ask about it. Don't worry about it.
At Bo Dump Truck Ass.
All you wonderful, yes, all you wonderful patrons do help keep this shit show a rolling. So thank you.
Keep this shit platter getting plowed through by someone's hands, by someone's.
And that's the thing too. In the video, he just rolls his fucking knuckles through it. Anyway, this is fully trod ground. Let us know how you liked our latest Patreon episode. I'm sure it was great. If you want to become a patron, it's for the low price of $5 a month. You get bonus episodes of this show, of other shows, of fucking weird one-off things that we've done. Just fill your ears with like us interviewing, I don't know, fucking local organizers,
Important,
or like fucking experts on bullshit topics who know more about
people doing
than
important
us,
things.
you know. Yeah, exactly.
We decided that we're cool friends.
It's cool.
Yeah,
it's good
they don't
shit.
have time to do a podcast, and we do.
Yes.
And we talk them into getting out of their busy schedules to sit in front of a microphone like some sort of fucking idiot.
Sorry everyone who guested on the podcast.
We got you. You can't unrecord
this is
that.
a really low self-esteem episode. Gosh.
You know what? I have to humble myself before Christ after seeing this.
Oh, well, we're all going to go get on our knees in front of someone tonight. So,
It's like a shower head, maybe. I don't know.
that's all the time that we have to make content for y'all. So thank you for listening, and we will be back next week with another fantastic episode.
Bye, everyone.
And remember, the Earth has 4 days simultaneously each rotation. Honor the 4 days, or you should die.
Yeah. Bye.
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 Howdy, y'all. Don't forget to follow our link tree in the show notes to discover new things like our Discord, social media platforms, and all the places where you can listen to our podcast. Word of mouth is the best way to introduce us and other leftist creators to friends, family, coworkers, your AA buddies. Community is about more than hot takes online. And if you want to support our efforts, you can donate to us at patreon.com/psychicdolphingarage, which is spelled how it sounds. Hope to see you on the stream tonight. Enjoy this music by JJD.
How the fuck I still got a full head of hair? Not a single gray. Fuck the cops, family first, every single day. Bringing a charm when I ring the alarm. My arms got a box cutter insignia. We gotta abolish ICE, we gotta abolish ICE, abolish it. No need to apologize, the Holocaust apologists. For no reason we colonize the land and put up monuments. Dope needles, dollar signs, the globe stares in astonishment. I hope there'll be a punishment. I really wanna get bloody. I really wanna stand in judgment of anybody taking money from anybody in the struggle. Anybody on a budget. Poor people getting 10 to 20 for some dumb shit. Corporations incorporating a bloodlet. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words.